Okay, we're going to start tying the bead-headed Prince Nymph. Now what I like to do is just put my thread right behind the bead, put a little bit there so it doesn't move, but right now it's not a problem. Cut the tag off and bring the thread to the bend of the hook. Bend of the hook is always where the barb is on these type of hooks, and put a little ball of thread at the bend. This is going to help separate the forked brown tail. So I'm going to take one goose biot. It's going to be half the length of the shank of the hook, just like that. That's half, a little more than half. About half. Going to transfer it, put it at an angle, secure it in, put a couple of wraps there, lock that in, and trim the rest of the biot off. Now I'll take the next one, make sure that the tips line up, secure that right on top of it, right by the ball of thread. As you can see, they are pretty much lined up. Secure that in and cut the excess off. Okay, now I'm going to attach the ribbing material, which is an oval gold tinsel. This one is fine, and I'll bring it right to the bend of the hook. Now I'm going to secure 3 strands of Peacock Herl to the bend of the hook. I'm going to twist it with the thread, and now I'm going to build the body. Just try to make it a little wider, a little thicker as we go towards the bead, the eye of the hook. And now I'll secure that off because I'm going to get ready to add more. So now I'm going to add 3 more strands of Herl. Twist it with the thread and continue the body as you get closer to the bead. And then trim those off. Okay, now I'm going to take the rib material and counter wrap 1, 2, 3, 4, and secure that right behind the bead. And then trim that off. Put a couple of wraps to secure it in place. There we go. Now I'm going to take a hackle from a hen, wrap it, see that the barbs don't, the fibers don't extend way past the point. Going to secure that right behind the bead, cut the stem, get my hackle pliers, and wrap at least 3, and every time I wrap them, at least stroke them backwards. And cut the tip. Now I'll take my left hand and right, hold the fibers back, and put a couple of wraps so that they fold backwards over the barb. Stroke them down and get ready for the wing. Now I'm going to take Goose Biots. These are also tied fork, about 30-degree angle. The tip only goes to the bend of the hook. Secure that one in place and cut it. Put a couple more wraps in. Take the second one, make sure that the tips line up, hold it in place, put a couple of wraps, make sure that it's on top, not on the side, and cut that one off. And then build a little head, get your whip finish tool and whip finish. So I just built the thread collar right behind the bead. Take my bodkin that has head cement and just put it on the thread wraps. And you're done. So take a look at the fly now. The bead, black collar, the forked tails, and the forked wing. It's an excellent pattern, gets down deep, catches not only trout, I've caught bass with this, panfish, so many different fish. Thank you for joining.